Struggling to land a tech sales job in 2025? You're not alone. The good news is, AI just changed the game. And if you don't know how to use it, you're already behind. Here's the crazy part. The same tool replacing salespeople can actually get you higher. I help my client land six-figure tech sales job at top tech company like Okta and Toast using nothing but just ChatGPT, strategy, and grit. In this video, I will share the exact prompt with you, how we reverse engineer of job post, practice interview, and actually get you hired. Because in 2025, AI isn't an option. It's your shortcut to freedom. Tech sales is a career that no one really talks about, but everyone is trying to get in because it's a six-figure career. Once you get in, your career trajectory is very clear and you're making six-figure, even you're just doing the entry-level tech sales role. And the best thing is, you don't even need to know how to code or you don't need a tech sales degree. And in 2025, you don't even need to have previous tech sales experience to break in. You need leverage, and AI can give you all of it. Companies like Salesforce are hiring over 2,000 reps to help them sell their new AI solution. But at the same time, Meta, Google, and Amazon, they're laying off people because they don't need more employees. They need people that can learn fast and leverage AI to sell product. So you might be wondering, if tech sales is so good, why aren't everyone doing it? And from talking to a lot of prospects in my day-to-day, and I work with a lot of clients right now, what I find is because people don't take action. And it's not because they're lazy. It's just because they are scared. I hear this all the time. I mean, I like tech, but I don't have experience in the past. Like, how can I sell it? I applied before, but I got rejected so many times. I don't know what else to do to get in. Sometimes they're also very afraid about the future. What if I get in, but I couldn't hit target? I hear you guys. In the past, I have the same doubt and same fear in my brain too, before I transitioned from a data analyst to tech sales. After I graduated from uni with a business degree, which I don't remember anything from it. After graduating, I didn't really know what to do. The only thing I knew is I just want to get into a fashion industry. And somehow I landed a job at Garage and Dynamite as a data analyst. So it's a role that you don't talk to people in general. Every day I'm just using Excel, Power BI, and sitting in front of my computer. After 2 years, I was so burnt out, so I was just Googling online what can give me financial freedom, physical freedom, and also help me feel fulfilled. Help me feel energized again. So I did a strategic pivot into tech sales. And here I am telling you about the industry and how it's like. I actually talked to another prospect last week. She is a banker. She has been working at the banking industry for over 10 years. In the Canadian banking structure, you don't really make a commission even though you're doing sales at the bank. So I remember one thing she told me. She was like, they don't like us saying we are sales. Deep down, we are doing sales, but we're just not making commission. And that really hit me because I know a lot of people feel stuck in the same industry they've been doing and they're underpaid. I can see from her, she's willing to grow, she's curious. That's why we get on a call to talk about what tech sales is like. She just feel like on the internet, everyone is bragging about, how much you can make in tech sales. You can make 10K a month in commission, and then it's a six-figure career. But she was like, I'm still scared, it's a new industry. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I understand her fear and where she's coming from, especially in 2025. The internet is super loud. What I told her is the exact same thing I'm gonna tell you guys is, in my opinion, tech sales is the only industry where effort equals income and you can get in easily. Only if you know how to tell your story the right way and use AI to back up. From my story, you can tell I wasn't the most qualified person. So I was coming from a completely different industry. And the reason why I can get in is because I was the most prepared person. Before I get into interview, I already fully understand what's the role I'm getting in, and then what's the company like, and what's the software I'm selling is like, in a very simple language. And I'm able to sell myself with the right story. Let's say you have a similar goal. You want to get into tech sales. Before you sell yourself to the company, you have to understand what exactly the role is, what exactly the company do, and then what do they sell. So I'm going to show you the exact prompt, how we use ChatGPT to get clarity. So prompt number 1 is just to get the role clarity. So let's say you want to get a BDR job at Toast or whatever company you like. You can just switch this prompt into your ideal company. The prompt I always use is act as a hiring manager at Toast, hiring for a BDR role. What quality, experience, and mindset would make someone a top 1% BDR candidate in your eyes, right? So like first I tell ChatGPT, this is your role, and this is just an example. You can make it so long. You can tell ChatGPT, be like, act as the hiring manager. Also, like someone understand human psychology. You can add multiple roles. And then after you define the role, then you can ask the question you want to know. So I actually put the sample prompt in my ChatGPT, and this is the result I got. If I have to hire a top 1% BDR at Toast, here's exactly what I look for. First of all, relentless follow-up. As a BDR, you just have to grind. You gotta stay creative, stay persistent to get the prospect. Yeah, like this is very important because like as a BDR or even when you become an AE, you need to know how to get the prospect attention. You need to be creative and also stay persistent. You can just give up by 1 to attempt or touch point. Usually it takes 7 to 8 touch points to get a prospect to respond to you. No matter it's like phone call, email, or like LinkedIn. Or sometimes I hear people will send memes as well. And then the second thing, it's like Toast is a POS system for restaurant. Ideally, they want to look for people who have similar background. So if you do have, lean into it. If you don't see it as your disadvantage. Try to repackage your experience and make them feel like, okay, even though you're coming from a different industry, we still want you. That's a feeling you want to give them. And also high emotional intelligence. I would say this is important. When you call a prospect, when you go into a room, you need to be able to adjust your tonality to mirror their energy. Make sure they like you so the prospect would open up to you and tell you information that they don't tell others. So high emotional intelligence is important. And clear communicator. You don't have to speak like a finance pro that works at investment banking. I mean, English is my third language and I still get it. You need to match the person tonality. I try to speak in the most simple language, I would say. That's the key to clear communication. I would say the mindset part is the most important. You gotta have an owner mindset. Like no matter if you're in tech sales or other sales, I would say usually you have to take responsibility for your outcome. If you want to exceed target, then you need to put in the work to do that. And if you don't blame anyone. Just try to improve yourself and have a learner mentality. People can learn is super powerful. Even though you're not good at the beginning, so am I. When I was doing the training, I was terrible at cold calling. But after I done that 1 month training, I was already number 1 in my team. So it's okay to be sucked at the beginning, but you just have to learn and then ask for feedback, hungry for growth. These are important. So that's the first prompt, how you can get a role clarity. And then you can use these 2 samples to understand the company insights and what are their target persona as well. A personal trick I use is when I try to understand what's the company like and when I try to understand what software they're actually selling. So recently, one of the hiring manager I met last year, when I was trying to break into tech sales, he messaged me. So last year I was trying to break into tech sales and I gave myself a goal to break in within a month. And I got the first offer from this hiring manager that reaching out to me. But because I got another offer that had a higher base and commission, so I went with a second offer. And so we never really get to work together. Recently he reached out to me and asked me if I want to join his team in the new company he's joining. And I politely say no, because I'm fully focused on my business right now. And then I was like, let me introduce my clients to you. I work with a lot of clients right now. And then I think there are 2 of them will fit what you're looking for. So he told me he's working at a company called Limits. Before I tell my clients about this opportunity, I gotta tell them what the software company actually do first. When I went on their website and look at their LinkedIn overview, I couldn't understand what exactly they do. Even though I have a data analyst background and I also work in manufacturing company before. So when I went on their LinkedIn, their overview is Limits is the only industrial edge data platform that unify devices and connectivity. And then I was like, okay, I understand all these words, but like, what exactly is the use? I used the same prompt, I provided here, and eventually I still couldn't understand. I just want a very down-to-earth version. So I just told ChatGPT to give me an analogy so I can understand better. Eventually, I got an analogy that really works, and I immediately understand what limit is. So the analogy they give me, it's like limit is actually like a brain, and it connects all the body parts like machine, robot, and sensor at the manufacturing company. So instantly, I was like, okay, I can finally know what is it, So this is just a small example to show you how powerful AI can be now. And even though we don't know a lot of things, I don't know this company, what they do, but just using simple prompt, you can uncover a lot of things. And this open opportunity for you. So if you are able to leverage AI, you're not just another candidate. You're just showing up speaking their language because you really understand the company. You understand who are the customer they're selling to in a very simple way. You're able to tell them, okay, I can solve this problem for you. So instantly you just sound way smarter. That's kind of feeling you should create whenever you are in the interview process. So now you get a sense of what AI can do. Now it's your turn because you've seen what is possible. But the uncomfortable truth is, if you only watch this video, it's not going to get you a job. Even though you watch 10 more, 20 more, it's not going to cut it. You have to actually take the action to do it, run it, try it. What you really need is motion, momentum, and a game plan. So if you're serious about getting into tech sales and you're so tired of just being underpaid and feeling unfulfilled in your current job, that's exactly why I built Ripple Effect to help people like you who is serious to break into tech sales and achieve freedom. So in my program, we don't spam resume, we don't play the number game. And what we do is we really doing strategic steps every day. When we work together, we basically have a very strategic system from A to Z. What do you need to do every day to achieve this goal? And then once we hit this goal, what is the game plan for next goal? That's just very simple, Most people I talk to, they get stuck with two main things: getting more interview and passing the interview. And I have a proven system that help you ace these two things. So if you want my exact script, ChatGPT prompt, and a system how to break into this 6-figure career, book a call in the description below.